Well, hey there! I know you love riddles as much as I do. But do you think you're ready for a real challenge? For this particular video, I've collected the hardest brain teasers I could find all over the internet. So, if you're able to solve at least half of them in the time you're given, you can be sure you're smarter than most people out there. You ready? Let's go! Number 1. Half full or half empty?
Half empty!
No, wait for it. You have a glass, which is a right cylinder, and it looks half filled with water. However, you're not sure whether the water fills exactly half of it. How can you check it only using the glass itself? For this and other riddles, I'll give you 10 seconds for your answer. If you feel it's not enough, though, you can pause the video and think it over. Go ahead now, the timer's on. To find out if the glass is exactly half full, tip it to the side until the water reaches the rim. If it aligns perfectly with the bottom, then it's precisely at the half. Number 2. The Shakespeare riddle. What is he that builds stronger than either the mason, the shipwright, or the carpenter? 10 seconds to answer the riddle by the greatest English poet. It's the gravedigger, for his houses will last forever. Number 3. The gold issue. Two men find an old golden coin and have to decide who takes it home with him. They agree to toss the coin and see who gets it. But there's a catch. The coin is a little heavier on one side, so it flips to the tails more often than heads. What should the men do to have a fair chance? They should toss the coin at least twice. On the first toss, they call heads or tails, and on the second one, they automatically switch their choices. If they have a tie after the second toss, they should repeat until one of them wins both flips. 4. A crafty teacher. A teacher wants to give her students a pop quiz during the next class. The students, however, decide to skip the class altogether, thinking the teacher will call off the quiz. All of her students know each other's names, and if a student knows he or she is getting a detention, they take the quiz. But the problem is that the teacher can only give detention to one of her students for skipping the quiz. Yet still, she managed to make them all attend. How did she do that? The teacher told her students that she'd give a detention to the first person who skips the quiz in alphabetical order. This way, the student whose name's the first on the list will attend, making all the rest follow suit not to be detained. 5. The lock dilemma. Sam and Emma live thousands of miles apart, and Sam wants to send Emma an expensive ring via mail. The trouble is, however, that anything sent by mail gets stolen on the way, unless there's a lock put on the parcel. Both Sam and Emma have plenty of locks and keys, but they haven't got keys for any of the locks the other one has. How can Sam send the ring to Emma so that she can unlock the parcel? First, Sam should send the parcel to Emma with one of his locks on it. When she receives it, she should put her own lock on the parcel and send it back to Sam. Then, Sam should take off his lock without touching Emma's and send it to her again. This way, the parcel would have a lock on it that Emma can take off and get the ring inside. 6. The hat trick. There are 100 prisoners lined up in front of a jail. All of them wear hats, which are either black or white. They don't know what color hat they're wearing, but they can see the hat colors of all the other prisoners in front of them. That is, The last prisoner in line can see everyone else's hats, while the first one can't see anyone's. A prison guard approaches each of the prisoners, starting from the last one, and asks what color their hat is. If they're correct, they're free to go, but if they're wrong, they go to jail. The prisoners are allowed to discuss a plan first, though. What should they do so that at least 99 of them are set free? The prisoner standing at the back should shout white if they see an odd number of white hats in front of them, or black if that number is even. The second prisoner should then count the white hats in front of them, and if the number was odd and is now even, or vice versa, then they know what color hat they're wearing. Each of the following prisoners should base their assumption on what they see in front of them and what those behind them said previously to get a correct answer. This way, the 99 prisoners in the front will know the color of their hats, while the one standing in the back has a 50% chance of getting it right. 7. The shady student. Billy has missed most of the school days in a year and is summoned to the principal's office. When the principal asked him why he missed out on so many classes, though, Billy replied, "I'm sorry, principal, but there just isn't enough time for school. You see, to stay healthy, I need 8 hours of sleep a day, which adds up to 122 days a year. Then I need about an hour for each of my 3 meals every day, which is 45 days per year. You told us yourself that students need at least 2 hours a day for exercise and rest, and that adds up to another 30 days. Then there are weekends off, making it 104 days a year, and summer holidays that last 60 days. Wow, what country do you live in, kid? If you add all this up, you'll get roughly 361 days, which only leaves 4 days for school." The principal knows there's a flaw in this logic but can't put a finger on it. Can you? In fact, the flaw is quite big. First of all, Billy counts many numbers twice. For example, weekends happen during the summer holidays too, as well as all the rest he puts into his accounts. That subtracts a lot of days from his equation. And secondly, he overlooks the fact that a school day doesn't equal an astronomical day. So even the 4 days of school that he accounts for make up more actual days of attending classes. So if you take one school day as being 6 hours long, then the 4 days become 16. 8. An honest person. There's a party of 100 people, and they're either honest or liars. You walk in knowing 2 things for a fact. First, at least one of them all is honest, and 2, if you take any 2 of the guests, at least one of them is a liar. With this in your mind, can you deduct how many of the guests are honest and how many are liars? Yes, you actually can. There are 99 liars and only 1 honest person. If you take that honest guest and any other with them, then whoever you take, he or she will be a liar, satisfying the second piece of information you have. And here's a bonus for you to thoroughly rack your brain. You're in a dark room with no windows and 2 doors leading out. Behind one of them is a hungry lion that will attack you as soon as it sees you. Behind the other is an alien waiting to conduct experiments on you. Which door would you choose in order to survive and safely go home? I guess you'll need another 10 seconds for that. If you chose the door with an alien behind it, you'll survive. First, because no one said that experiments they're going to conduct are dangerous, and second, because aliens don't exist. Alright, at least there's no proof of that yet anyway. So, how many answers did you get correctly? Share your results in the comments. Hey, if you learned something new today, then give this video a like and share it with a friend. But hey, don't go sending Emma your lock just yet. We have over 2,000 cool videos for you to check out right here. Just click on this left or right video and enjoy. Remember, stay on the bright side of life.